Good news, math nerds. I've been doing math on Tesla because, okay, so the FBI audited Elon Musk, right? If they were trying to figure out whether or not this guy should be in charge of our space program and whether or not this like non-American guy should be in charge of our space program. And when they audited Tesla, right, because they're the ones that actually know how to do math. I don't. I moved schools too many times. I'm not good at doing math. They're the ones that are good at doing math. So they looked at it and they said, okay, the market cap of Tesla is 679.31 billion right now. That's the total amount of what the stock is apparently worth. The market cap of GM is 76.87. And so when you think about that, you realize that there's a difference of $602 billion between the two companies. Like Tesla is that much worth that much more than GM. But then when you consider the fact that Tesla owns Solar City, then maybe that makes sense. But then you think about it and you go, okay, Tesla bought Solar City for $2.6 billion. And why did they do that? Probably because Elon Musk wasted so much money on Solar City and he needed to bail himself out. All right, so that means that there's a difference in value or in market cap between Tesla and GM of $600 billion. And you would think then that if Tesla lost value of the stock value of Tesla dropped $600 billion, then Tesla would still be perfectly fine functioning as a company, right? Like they would have perfectly fine business because GM sells last year they sold 6.8 million cars and Tesla sold 510,000 cars. And then I thought about it and I was like, well, Tesla's selling higher end cars. But back in 2019, Tesla was selling like around 200,000 cars. And that's when their cars were actually higher, like more expensive because Tesla came out with the Model 3. And the Model 3 kind of looks like a Porsche, but it's selling for a base price of $40,000. But if you get it for the base price, it's going to suck because you're going to run out of battery all the time and you're screwed. So you need to spend more money on it than $40,000. So I figure Tesla isn't actually selling these cars for as much more than GM is selling their cars for because you've got like Cadillac, which is selling over 10,000 cars a year and they're selling for a lot. You've got Buick, which is selling over 10,000 cars a year and they're selling for a lot. You've got the Chevy Corvette, which is selling over 20,000 cars a year and they're selling and it's selling for a lot of money. And then you start thinking about how much like the Yukon, the Chevy Yukon costs, and that's a base price of $50,000. But the difference is their base price is actually like a pretty nice solid vehicle, whereas the Tesla Model 3 base price is not that solid because of the battery pack. You're definitely not going to get stranded because you paid the base price, which is $50,000 for a Chevy Yukon versus a 40. But I know what everyone's thinking. Well, Tesla's better for the environment. Yeah, but that also means that they have a lot of expenses that other companies don't have. All right, so all I'm saying is that if if the value of their stock can't drop at least $600 billion and they can function perfectly, like nothing goes wrong with them financially, if they can't do that, then Tesla's a scam. And that's what I think the people at Tesla need to understand. Like, they're producing 6.8 million cars. That's a way higher number than you guys. That's like massively higher. Like they're selling their revenue from their most expensive 510,000 cars is probably actually pretty similar to Tesla's revenue, I would think, but I don't know because I don't know how much they have to cut in the car dealerships and stuff. But Tesla had to start their own car dealerships, but then their car dealerships don't even have cars that you can buy there. And so that can make it kind of uncomfortable for a person. Sometimes it's just not as good of a dealership. But all I'm saying is that might actually be a better revenue model, or a better model from a expenses perspective. So Tesla might beat them there because they have so few dealerships and they're still selling that many cars. But still, all I'm saying is Tesla is a scam, and Elon Musk has scammed the government. Again, that's why the government's putting him in charge of our space program, despite the fact that he has a very clear scam. Unless he doesn't have a scam, and the way we'd know if he has a scam is if his price was probably lower than GM's. He would probably have to be closer to like the 60 billion range, and then we would see if his company has financial problems, and then we'd know. I don't know. All right, done talking about that.